Welcome to part 4, a sophisticated focus signals expertise. You now have two critical pieces of clarity: the work and clients you most want to attract, and the audience that has the power to connect you to that work. Today, you bring those together and choose your marketing focus. A marketing focus is the specific issue, industry, or situation that you want to be visibly associated with for the next 12 months. It's how you signal depth, it's how you create differentiation, and it is how you make introductions easier. There may be other lawyers who have more years of experience in the issue you choose, and that is fine. You're not trying to earn a title, you're working to create visible association. When someone in your defined audience encounters a specific issue, you want your name to feel obvious. Not because you declared yourself the leading authority, but because you consistently show up alongside it. You write about it, speak about it, frame your experience around it, and align your narrative around it. And that is repetition, and repetition creates familiarity, and familiarity creates trust, and trust is what is going to earn consideration. And this is less about how you describe your practice and more about what you consistently put into the market. An estate planner may handle a wide range of matters. The question is what they choose to write about, speak about, and align themselves with in front of the audience that can hire or refer them. And if that lawyer consistently publishes and speaks about planning for families with cross-border assets in Latin America, the market begins to associate them with that level of complexity. That wealth managers, international tax advisors, and family office professionals start to see them as someone who understands layered jurisdictions, international reporting obligations, and sophisticated asset structure. This same idea applies to our real estate litigator that we've been talking about. Many litigators handle commercial disputes. Few consistently position themselves around advising institutional real estate owners on mitigating exposure under the Title III of the ADA and defending accessibility lawsuits. So when someone writes about that issue regularly, presents on it to industry groups, and builds relationships within that ecosystem, they become naturally and organically associated with it. And that association drives perception, and the perception shapes who gets the call. So when you repeatedly focus your outward message on a defined and complex issue within the circles that matter, you elevate how you're perceived across your entire practice. And your depth becomes assumed, and then opportunity follows that visibility. So your focus should meet 3 tests. It should genuinely interest you because you're going to be thinking and talking about this repeatedly. It should signal high level expertise and judgment, and it should resonate with your target audience, the audiences that you chose in part 3. You are choosing what you want to be associated with for the next 12 months. A year of consistency builds recognition, and recognition builds credibility, and credibility expands opportunity. It's also worth saying this clearly. It is difficult to choose a thoughtful, sophisticated focus that will not move you forward. You are not locking yourself into a permanent identity. You're choosing a direction for now. If in 12 months you refine or shift slightly, you're still going to be significantly ahead of where you would be if you spent a year deliberating instead of acting. Momentum compounds and clarity sharpens through repetition. There's very little downside to moving forward with intention, though there's significant downside to remaining broad and indistinct. So I want you to choose carefully or thoughtfully and then move. You can always adjust, but you can't build recognition around something you never commit to. So the exercise now is to complete this sentence 3 times in 3 different ways. So you have some options. And It is for the next 12 months, I want to be known by X, your defined audience, for advising on Y, a specific sophisticated issue or industry. So again, write 3 versions of this and then ask, does this signal depth? Would this make it easier for someone to introduce me clearly? Does this differentiate me from lawyers who describe themselves broadly? Does this open the door to adjacent work that I would be happy to handle? When you land on a focus that feels energizing, aligned with your audience, and strategically sound, write it down and commit to it. Tell somebody. Tell a colleague or a practice group leader or a provisor's member. But accountability always is easier when someone else knows that you've committed to something. The next thing we'll do is turn this into a 12-month direction that guides what you say yes to and how you build visibility intentionally. Because clarity only becomes powerful when it shapes action.